Every year when the airless heat of summer gives way to the cool breath of fall, when the leaves begin to turn the colour of gold and wine, and when the shadows grow tall and the night comes early, a dark figure emerges from the umbra. He waits until nightfall unseen in his sparred black suit and hat, and with his travelling bag of smooth black leather, he visits the sleeping, moving from house to house, from door to door. He slips in, ghost-like, through closed windows. He descends like a spider from attic rafters. He travels the world over, this man from the shadows, for it is always autumn somewhere, and whenever it is autumn, he collects. Man, woman, elder or child, the collector does not discriminate. And as it happens, it's a child he's collecting from now, a little boy whose name does not matter very much to the collector, but they never do. The boy is not sleeping when the collector arrives, for he's been ill and troubled with those frenzied nightmares brought on by vicious fevers. So it is that when the man from the shadows steps in from a dark corner, he is quickly seen by a pair of wide blue eyes. But it hardly matters to the collector. The boy could scream all he liked, and nobody would hear him. "Hello," says the collector. The wide-eyed boy says nothing. "Fine evening, isn't it?" says the collector. But the boy doesn't reply. The collector places his travelling bag on the boy's bed and opens it silently. "Are you deaf?" the boy squeaks at last. "Have you come to take my soul to heaven?" "Deaf?" The man in black chuckles. No, lad. Death is another fellow entirely. And although it is true I've come to acquire your soul, I'm afraid my client's address is a bit farther south than heaven. Anyway, you've only got a cold." "Oh," says the boy. "What do you want my soul for?" The collector smiles, but not warmly. "I, my friend, am a collector," he says. "I receive an order for a certain number of souls, and I fill it. You see, there are people who willingly sell their souls to my client for wealth or power, or some pretty girl they fancy. But they never really read the contract, do they? When everything goes belly up for them, and it always does, they regret their purchase and demand an exchange. On occasion, my client is forced to comply, and for every willingly given soul he loses, he requires 1,000 more to replace it. That is why I am here." "I'm not going to sell my soul," says the boy. "Not to you." "Of course you're not," agrees the collector. "I'm going to take it from you. There was a time when I gave out consolation gifts, but I haven't got the time for that sort of thing nowadays. This is a business, boy. Got to keep up with demand." The boy thinks this over, and it is clear to the collector that the child doesn't really grasp what's about to happen to him. But that isn't really the collector's concern. "What's going to happen to me?" asks the boy. "Will I die?" "You don't listen very well, do you?" says the collector. "No, you'll live for a while. I suppose you could become a murderer, or a criminal mastermind, or a financial executive. Whatever you put your mind to, really." The boy looks as though he's going to cry as he says, "But I don't want to be any of those things. I want to be a school teacher." The collector sighs with impatience and retrieves his travelling bag from the child's bed. "My dear boy," he says as he leans over his prey, "if there is anything you learn in the soulless existence upon which you are about to embark, it is that you don't always get what you want." "I hate you," says the boy when it's done. "No, you don't," says the collector. You don't feel anything at all. But pretending is good, if you want to get anywhere in life. The collector prepares to journey on to his next collection. But before he goes, he leaves the boy with a card, which says in crisp black lettering only this: The Autumnal Collector, Procurement Specialist. If you ever wish to buy back your soul, says the collector, use that to reach me. I'm available any time. Any time as long as it's autumn.